Now, let's learn about vaccines. Vaccine is a simple, safe, and effective way of protecting you against harmful diseases before you come into contact with them. It uses your body's natural defenses to build resistance to specific infections and makes your immune system stronger. Vaccine train your immune system to create antibodies just as it does when it's exposed to a disease. However, because vaccine contain only kill or weaken forms of germs like viruses or bacteria, they do not cause the disease or put you at risk of its complications. Vaccination is like a shield that protects us from getting sick. It all started when a scientist named Edward Jenner noticed that people who got a mild illness called cowpox didn't get a worse disease called smallpox. He called this protection vaccine from the Latin word for cow because cowpox comes from cows. When we get a vaccine, it teaches our body how to fight off certain germs without actually making us sick. This way, if we ever come across those germs in the future, our body already know how to defeat them. Vaccines have been so successful that they have helped get rid of diseases like smallpox and that keep us safe from others like measles and polio. So, getting vaccinated is like putting on armor against dangerous diseases. It's an easy and effective way to stay healthy and protect everyone around us too. In 1798, Edward Jenner noticed something interesting. He saw that milkmaids who caught a mild illness called cowpox didn't get that much worse disease called smallpox. So he tried something clever. He deliberately gave people cowpox to see if it would stop them from getting smallpox. And guess what? It worked. It was the first ever vaccine. Then in 1895, a scientist named Pasteur made another big leap. He made a special medicine called vaccine for scary disease called rabies. He gave it to a young boy named Joseph Mister, who had bitten by a rabid dog. Luckily, the vaccine protected Joseph, and he didn't get sick. In fact, he stayed healthy and later even worked at Pasteur's lab. This showed just how powerful vaccine can be in keeping us safe from dangerous diseases. Now, have you ever wondered what is a vaccine? Okay, let's break it down. Imagine your body is like a fortress and germs are the invaders trying to get in and make you sick. A vaccine is like a practice drill for your body soldier, which is your immune system. It's made from a harmless bit of germ or something that looks like it, but it won't actually make you sick. When your body sees the pretend invader, it learns how to fight it off, just like it would if the real germ showed up. The main goal of a vaccine is to train your body soldiers to recognize and remember the germ so that if it is ever shows up for real, your immune system is ready to kill it out before it can make you sick. There are two main types of vaccines, the passive and active. The active vaccines are like the boot camp where your immune system learns to fight. Passive vaccines are more like borrowing the weapons from someone else's immune system to protect you for a short while this weapon means is antibodies from others. And about those generations of active vaccines, they are like different versions of the training program, each one getting smarter and better at teaching your immune system how to fight off the bad guys. First generation vaccine were the pioneers. They used weakened or killed form of the actual germ to train the immune system. This vaccine work well, but sometimes they could still cause a little bit of the disease they were trying to prevent. Then came second generation vaccines, which were a big improvement. They used just a tiny piece of the germ, like protein or sugar, instead of the whole thing. This made them much safer because they couldn't cause disease at all. Example of this including vaccine against hepatitis B, whooping cough, and the vaccine for COVID. Now we are in the era of third generation vaccines, which are even more advanced. These vaccines are like custom-made trainer for your immune system. Scientists can tweak them to target specific part of the germs that are really good at triggering the immune response. They can also use new technologies like mRNA to teach your cells how to make the proteins that mimic the germ without ever needing the actual germ itself. This makes them incredibly precise and effective. So, each generation of vaccines builds on the last, making them safer, more powerful, and better at protecting us from dangerous diseases.